Are you thinking of moving from New York City to Charleston, South Carolina? Well, you're in luck because that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. We'll compare both cities and we'll talk about reasons why people are moving from New York City to Charleston, South Carolina, so that you can make the best informed decision for you. And stick around to the end because I've got a bonus to share with you. So let's get into the video right now. Now, before we get into comparing New York City and Charleston, South Carolina, let's get into what both of these cities have in common. Both of these cities have a rich history and culture to explore. New York City, of course, has iconic landmarks like the Statue of Liberty, whereas Charleston has historic homes and plantations. But that's not all. Both New York City and Charleston have amazing food and drink scenes. New York City is known for its world-class restaurants and bars, whereas Charleston is known for its southern cuisine and its mouth-watering barbecue, as well as the craft breweries that are popping up all over town. And on top of that, both cities are major tourist destinations. That's because there are so many cultural and special events going on that you'll never run out of things to do. Plus, both cities are home to universities like Columbia and NYU in New York, and College of Charleston and the Citadel Military College in Charleston. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the differences. When it comes to the pace of life, there is no denying that Charleston is much slower paced than New York. The Big Apple is known for its fast-paced, high-energy lifestyle, with people always on the go and always in a hurry. But Charleston is the exact opposite of that. It's known for its laid-back and relaxed atmosphere. You'll find that people in Charleston take their time and enjoy life at a smoother, slower pace. The weather is also vastly different between the two cities. New York City can get very cold in the winter and a little warmer in the summer. Charleston has a milder climate with less extreme temperatures and more sunshine and more warmth year-round. So if you're someone that enjoys outdoor activities, Charleston might be a good fit for you. Now, when it comes to transportation, New York City has Charleston beat. Of course, New York City has the subway and buses that make getting around town much easier. And Charleston is more car dependent, so if you're not a fan of driving, then that's something you're gonna have to get used to. And lastly, the population density is vastly different in these two cities. New York City, of course, is one of the most densely populated cities with over 8 million people, whereas Charleston has a population of 140,000. That means you're gonna find a lot more space and less crowds in Charleston, but that also means that you might find less event options, nightlife options, and even people options. One thing's for sure, and that's that both cities have their own unique opportunities and experiences for you to explore. Also, when it comes to traffic, New York City is known for its dense congestion, especially during rush hour. For that reason, it can take a long time getting from one place to the other if you're taking a taxi or a car, and that can get pretty frustrating. In contrast, Charleston's traffic is less congested. That makes it easier to get around the city, and it reduces the stress of commuting. Now, aside from the traffic, noise is also a major difference between the two cities. New York City is a bustling metropolis, so it's no surprise that it can be a little bit noisy. With sirens, honking cars, and the general hustle and bustle of the city, it can be hard to find a quiet spot in New York. Alternatively, Charleston is a lot more quiet, and that makes it a great place to relax and unwind. So if you're a fan of the peace and quiet, Charleston might be for you. With that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about diversity. If diversity is important for you, you're gonna wanna listen to this part. New York City is one of the most diverse cities in the world, with a wide range of cultures and communities. While Charleston can be diverse, its population is smaller and more homogeneous. Now let's move on to the next difference, and that is nightlife. New York City is known for its vibrant nightlife, with countless bars, clubs, and entertainment options. Charleston's nightlife scene is a little more limited, but still offers a variety of options if you're looking to go out. So now let's get into our bonus part of the video, and that is the cost of housing between these two cities. And let me tell you, there's a pretty big difference between the two. If you're looking to save some money, then Charleston just might be the place for you. Housing, food, and transportation are all much more affordable in Charleston compared to New York City. The cost of living in Charleston ranges from being at national average to slightly above national average, while the cost of living in New York City is, get ready for this, it's 55% higher than the national average. And what's more is the property tax rate in South Carolina is at 0.57%. Compare that to New York's 1.72%, and you can see the big difference here. If you combine that with the cost of housing, it can make it really hard to make ends meet if you're living in New York City. Now, what's even better is if you're thinking of moving to Charleston, the median home price in Charleston is a fraction of what you'll find in New York City. For example, you can find a beautiful home in Charleston around $300,000 to $400,000, whereas the median home price in New York is $785,000 at the time of this recording. And the best part is, if you live in Charleston, you're not sacrificing on amenities or location, and that can be a big deal. If you're enjoying the video, hit that like button, subscribe, tap the bell notification, and all that good stuff. So let's get back into it. Now, are you curious about how much house you can get for your money in Charleston? Let's get into it. So let's pretend our budget is $750,000. In Brooklyn, you'll find a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment and a spacious 585 square feet. And check out the floor plan. Now let's compare that to what you can get for $750,000 in the Charleston Tri-County area. Take a look at this brand new home in Johns Island. You get a new construction home with 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. It's also a spacious 3,333 square feet. And as you can see, you have so much space, and you have 2 front porches and a screened-in back porch. So far, can you see why people are moving from New York City to Charleston? Alright, just for fun, let's look at another example. What do you think we can get for $1.2 million? Let's look at New York City first. Here we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. You get 1,296 square feet. Now let's look at Charleston. Here's what $1.2 million can get you in Charleston. You get a brand new home with 4 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. You have over 3,000 square feet. And the cherry on top is you have your own private boat dock. So you can literally go outside into your backyard and take the boat out. And as you can probably see, the cost of living in Charleston is a lot more affordable than in New York City. And you get a lot of other bonuses. That means more money in your pocket to spend on all the amazing food and activities to do here. So if you're looking to stretch your dollar a little further, then Charleston might be the right place for you. And here are my final suggestions. If you're looking for something more affordable and more slower paced, Charleston might be right for you. And if you still have family and friends in New York or even a job, just know that if you want to go back to New York City, it's a 2-hour direct flight right from the Charleston airport. So if you're still thinking about living in Charleston, I recommend taking a trip and seeing what it's like first, get a feel for the lifestyle, and see if Charleston's right for you. The choice ultimately comes down to you and your personal preferences and your priorities. So what do you think? Do you think these are good reasons to move to Charleston? Let me know down in the comments. And if you're still thinking of moving to Charleston, we would love to help you out. Just reach out, send us a call, a text, or an email, and we'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to Charleston. Info is in the description below. My name's Kristen Garcia, and we'll see you in the next video.